Hey, what is going on out there, YouTube peoples? It's your boy D Bellboy, aka Mr. Black Ranger here again, bringing in another Genesis hero video. So, last time we took a look at my bae Cat X's kit, and overall, as a carry, she is pretty standard. With a nice dash and a utility skill in her pocket, she can get in for the kill and get out just as fast. She really is an ace bounty hunter. And like always in this section though guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and help it get out there if you want. And if you're a fan of my work here on the channel, feel free to subscribe and make sure to hit the bell so you get notified about all things Genesis here on the channel whenever I upload. So now, there's a saying that big things come in small packages. And with this next hero, that is no exception. I want you all to give a warm welcome to the new hero. Her name is Leda. Alright, and here we go. Leda. She is classified as a mage. So let's hop into that lore and backstory now. Oop. Come on, work for me, work for me. Alright, there we go. What can be more harmless than a cute little Girl Scout blowing bubble?
It's a trap!
Ha! Yeah, that's a lie. I've seen Dateline, How to Catch a Predator. You're not gonna get me here. We don't do that on this channel. No siree. She will be kawaii and we're gonna move on. Yeah, but this one is not as naive as you think. Her background: Leda has always been able to solve her problems with her high-tech devices. As the youngest daughter of the great scientist Howard Cole, Leda's memory of growing up consists of experiments conducted in her father's lab. Like father, like daughter, Leda quickly mastered science and mechanical engineering. To pass time, she made countless devices of mischief, giving the security bots at the lab a hard time. To keep his daughter from causing trouble, Dr. Cole assigned Leda the task of designing and maintaining the lab. After the new war broke out, the AI Research Foundation, where Dr. Cole works, sent out its new Titan division to assist Space Fleet. Leda snuck aboard the departing ship amidst the chaos and no one noticed. Alright, like I said, big things come in small packages. Let's go ahead and take a look at them skills. Alright, so Leda's first skill is Blink Bubble. Leda fires a bubble of light ahead of her that damages enemies in its path. Trigger the skill a second time, teleports Leda to the bubble's location. Its energy cost respectively is 60, 80, 100, and 120. And the cooldown respectively is 9 seconds, 8, 7, and 6. Her second skill is Space-Time Distortion. Distorts space-time in a region around Leda, damaging and silencing enemies. The energy cost for it respectively is 80, 90, 100, and 110. The cooldown respectively is 10 seconds, 9, 8, and 7. Leda's third skill, Phase Crystal. Leda transforms into an extra-dimensional crystal, becoming invulnerable. She cannot move or attack while in crystal form. She instantly reverts to her regular form upon using items or abilities. There is no energy cost for this, but the cooldown for it is a static 6 seconds. And then lastly, her ulti, its skill 4, is Relativistic Prison. Leda uses her phase disruptor to create a spherical barrier of relativity, stunning and damaging targets. If a target moves out of the barrier, they are stunned a second time. The energy cost for that respectively is 100, 150, 200. And lastly, the cooldown on it is a static 50 seconds. So, as a mage, her kit is honestly, it's not half bad. More so, she is a she's like a I could say like a displacement mage, if you will. Her blink bubble, it deals damage, but it allows her to get out of sticky situations. Space-time distortion, it silences enemies and deals damage. The phase crystal pretty much allows her to just sit inside that crystal until teammates come. So if you ever do kind of like get yourself in a really sticky situation, you can just sit inside the phase crystal until they get there and not activate any abilities, and then just pop it once they get out, once they get there. Honestly, relativistic prison as alongside space-time distortion can actually be a really strong team fight tool, because I want to, the best way I could put it was, if you could, for my guys who play Paragon, it's Gideon. It's technically like Gideon after the rework, where his ultimate, it actually silenced and stunned. Literally, you've got the same thing with those two skills. Relativistic prison stuns, and then whoever's in there, they're stunned already. So you run in, pop your space-time distortion, and then they're straight up silenced. So nice little synergy for team fights in there, as well as being a little bit of standalone. She's able to kind of get herself out of situations again, because you deal damage with the blink bubble. They think they're about to hit you. Boop, pop it again before the timer runs out, and now you're behind them and you're in a different position. So best way I could say it is she's technically like a positional mage. So not bad at all. Next up on the list, we're going to take a look at her items. Alright, so her items, the standard loadout that they give us. The first item is the movement item. You want to take Artemis boots. They cost 2,750 gold. They give plus 80 movement speed and plus 60 energy damage. The passive on that is Energize. It increases energy penetration by 20. The next item you want to take is the Scepter of Zeus. It costs 4,700 gold. It gives plus 60 energy damage, plus 250 health, and plus 400 energy, as well as plus 7% movement speed. Its passive is Divine Wrath. Every 4.5 seconds, Divine Wrath strikes a random enemy in a 650 radius around the wearer. Divine Wrath deals 30 plus whatever your energy damage is times 0.3 energy damage, and reduces the enemy's energy resistance by 15 for 2 seconds. The effect can be stacked up to 3 times. Each time the wearer travels a distance of 240, the cooldown of Divine Wrath is reduced by 1 second, with a minimum of 2 seconds as the shortest cooldown. The third item that you want to pick up on her is Helm of Hades. It costs 5,500 gold. It gives plus 60 energy damage and plus 20% cooldown reduction. Its passive is Curse. Abilities deal additional energy damage equivalent to 7% of the target's current health. Has a cooldown of 2.5 seconds when multiple abilities are used against a single target, and additional damage is capped at 350. Next one is Radiant Shield. It costs 4,800 gold. It gives plus 40 energy damage and plus 800 energy. The active is Safeguard, which grants a shield equal to 30% of your current energy for 3.5 seconds, and the effect triggers when your health falls below 25%. The fifth item that you want to take is Cryo Armor. It costs 5,200 gold, and it gives plus 25 attack damage, plus 750 health, and plus 500 energy. And the passive on it is Flash Freeze. Attacks reduce target attack speed by 35% and movement speed by 30%. The effect lasts for 2 seconds. And then lastly, Chrono Switch, which costs 5,300 gold. It gives plus 60 energy damage, plus 400 energy, plus 5 health regen, and plus 5 energy regen. And the active reset resets the cooldown of all abilities. So, Overall, looking at this kit, it's still honestly, it still technically synergizes with her kit. Again, Helm of Hades on most you're probably gonna have that on most of the mages in the here. Literally, it's extra additional damage. Like I said, big health enemies, or if you just want to burst down squishy enemies, that's it right there. Granted, yeah, it's capped out at 350, but 350 is better than nothing extra. Scepter of Zeus, like I said, Scepter of Zeus in and of itself is just extra energy damage. Plus, it lowers the energy resistance. One thing though, I'm not sure if that cooldown works with her blink bubble, because what could happen is you could technically just blink bubble to blink bubble the 240, and if it does like still work, then you get that free. You technically just blink bubble behind somebody, and as long as they're still in range, it procs the divine wrath again, and they just get hit by with free energy damage. So definitely probably gonna test that out when the actual game comes, but if it does work, there you go. And then the Artemis boots gives the increased energy pin, so that way her damage actually cuts through the armor there. Flash freeze in and of itself is self-explanatory. You hit people with her basic attack, stops them from attacking, and then slows their movement, so you can actually get in. And hit them with her ulti, the relativistic prison. That way, it'll go ahead and stun them. Hit them again with the space-time distortion, silence them, and again, like while you're doing all of that, Helm of Hades is just burning through their health. And once you get through your combo, hit the chrono switch to reset all the cooldowns and just do it all over again. So really good items to synergize with the way her kit works. And now lastly, we're going to be taking a look at the skill order for her. So first, blink bubble, you're going to want to take that skill right off the rip there at level 1, and then you're going to want to level that up evenly. It's going to be your the main source of damage from her. As you can see, level 3, 5, and 7 evenly. You want to go ahead and take those, max that out as fast as possible. Next up is the space-time distortion. You want to take that at level 2. Now you won't need it so much, probably more so as they showing until mid-game, because obviously, early game, you're building up your energy pool, so that way you can use your spells more often. And in early game anyway, your cooldowns are going to be longer, so the silence from space-time distortion actually is going to be really worth it, especially in the early game team fights. Later on about mid-game, then that's where it shows you want to take it at level 8, 9, and 10 to go ahead to be able to pop it more often to get that silence off. Phase crystal, obviously take that at level, take it at level 4. You go ahead and get that early game invulnerability, just sitting that crystal, and then you want to late game, and then as progresses through late game, go ahead and get the rest of the levels there, because why not? It's literally making you impervious to damage. And then lastly, the relativistic prison, you take those respectively at 6, 11, and 16. So overall, she's not a bad hero, especially with the recommended build that they gave us. It's nothing over the top, but I will say as a mage, you will need to think with her. She is not a her kit is sort of simple, but it does require a high level of dexterity and maneuverability and thinking on your part as the player, because she, like I said, she is a oh goodness, I can't even remember the term I just used. It was but yeah, she's a positional mage. So it's all about being in the right spot at the right time at the moment you choose to, and popping your skills when you choose to, because at any given moment, if you're either in the wrong place or like the wrong time, nothing's gonna work out. Granted, you got the phase crystal, but again, it's you want to be when you use your skills, you want to be in the position of advantage, and her kit allows her to be maneuverable and get in places, so she has the advantage. So that's pretty much going to do it for Leda. Yeah, like nothing more I can say about her. Like I said, big things come in small packages, right? So again, guys, if you liked the video, thumbs up or not, you don't have to. I'm just glad you guys you're listening. I'm glad you guys are talking in the comments. Leave me some more comments. I'd like to hear from you guys and what you think about the series, and who's your favorite character. Just anything, talking about anything down there. And as well as, if you like what I'm putting out here, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And we're out of here, guys. And remember, we're always good like grandma's cookies.